Sports Zero Tolerance back with the retro reviews with ECW One Night Stand 2006. Back in June, I did the first One Night Stand, and now here we are again with the sequel, One Night Stand 2006. Um, Funnily enough, I said this before in the original review. Here again, the DVD. If you get the DVD of it, you get a bonus DVD on here, which is Barely Legal Night In, which we already did that. I talked about it in, I have the original versions, so the original DVD that was that, but yeah, we know about that one. But here we are with One Night Stand 06. Now, the first One Night Stand, which I did back in June, uh, that was like all the old original ECW guys were having one last party for a good, like, reunion of sorts. But then Vince decided, I want this back as a third brand, damn it! So the rest of all this, we get the reboot of ECW, and we'll save the last part of this by December to December in December. And let's be honest with you all, it sucked, sass. Yeah, the less I say about that, the better, but we'll have to talk about it in... It's October 10th. But we'll save all that. June 11th at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City. So, funnily enough, of course, this event also know about the appearing of the future Kevin Owens also. So, fun fact about that was in the crowd this night. He was there and in the crowd. And also, yes, I know Andy did a biography on the Rob Van Dam one and the ECW one about Kevin Owens talking about ECW, and he was in the crowd on this night, but yeah, I have to talk about that. So, let's talk about why Vince McMahon decided, I want this back I want ECW back as the third brand, damn it. Here we go. Right here. After the success of 2005's One Night Stand, WWE decided to hold another ECW reunion show on June 11th of 2006, entering the hardcore-based pay-per-view annual show for the promotion. Just like the previous year, the 2006 event held at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City, or in the Manhattan, but whatever, it's New York City, fuck it. The build of One Night Stand 10-6 occurred on both Raw and SmackDown heading into the pay-per-view, but build up behind the success behind several months earlier as WWE was bringing back ECW full time. The news that WWE was planning to bring back ECW was leaked in the middle of April as Vince McMahon decided to revive ECW promoted as a third brand alongside Raw and SmackDown as the dubbed ECW. We'll talk about most of what I do December to December, but not yet. Reports behind that WWE was prepared to bring back ECW immediately after WrestleMania 22. WWE opened to cancel its website Velocity and replace it with the new ECW program. The new brand was officially confirmed by WWE on May 25th, 2006, with its debut show airing on June 13th, 2 days after this pay-per-view, by the way, on the Sci-Fi Channel, and those were really bad times, but we'll save all that later. The 2006 ECW One Night Stand was in turn WWE's first pay-per-view featuring the ECW brand. Well, sort of. Before the matches goes on, Paul Heyman says, the Tribe of Extreme has come back and the new breed has been unleashed. Yeah. Yeah. So let's get on to it. Taz defeats Jerry Lawler in 35 seconds. This was not really much of a match, and Taz was retired at this point, but they had to hide the weaknesses, and at this point, Taz cannot do any bumps anymore because he was so he was mostly a commentator at this point, and we all know Jerry Lawler's hatred of ECW, calling it extremely crappy wrestling. um, but Jerry Lawler slapped Joey Styles because he was a commentator on Raw, which Joey Styles on Raw was not a good fit in my opinion. I mean, because the night after Backlash, Joey Styles says, "I don't need this this phony crap anymore." And he says he quits. I'd like to that. And Taz was doing fine as a SmackDown commentator, but nope, they had to bring back ECW and they had to put him on the commentary booth. And that led us to JBL's commentary, which yeah, JBL was so funny on commentary on SmackDown. But yeah, bell rings. Joey Styles was on Jerry Lawler's back. Jerry Lawler pulls Joey Styles off him. He's going to power drive him. Taz this shit on Jerry Lawler, and he passes out. That basically was it. Next. Kurt Angle defeats Randy Orton by submission. Okay, well, last month I did No Surrender 2006, which was 3 months after this pay-per-view, where Kurt Angle signed with them. But here we are. So, Kurt Angle on the ECW brand, it happened. It gave us the Wrestling Machine moniker, which that whole thing let him go to TNA, and yeah, the run was the way to get rid of the goofiness out of him. And yeah, his last match was in August of 2006 until his return in 2017 in WWE when he was inducted to the Hall of Fame with the Raw GM and that. Yeah, this was a solid match. It's so weird to look at Kurt Angle and Randy Orton wrestling in an ECW ring, quotation marks, because yes, I know this is an ECW pay-per-view, but you look at it this way. This is a WWE CW pay-per-view, okay? But yeah, Randy Orton was moved over to Raw from SmackDown, which yeah, Randy Orton was better on Raw than SmackDown. I'm sorry, but that's my opinion. But whatever. This was a good match, but their Vengeance match, like a few weeks after this, was better than this. I think it was 2 weeks after this pay per view. But yeah, whatever. Kurt Angle wins by submission, and there's that. I give it a 7 out of 10. Anyways, the FBI of Luke Guido and Tony Mamaluke defeats Tajiri and Super Crazy. It's just a random tag team match, but this was the typical, like, original ECW does. And, well, this was right after Tajiri left WWE at the end of 2005, so this was a one-time appearance for him, and it was fine. It was a 6 out of 10, and then afterwards the Big Show came out because he was the other guy who went from Raw to ECW. I almost said SmackDown, but no, it was ECW, which probably after the Harlem Heat video. But yeah, I might do that on Saturday along with the Legends of Wrestling 2 review. And we all know where Big Show's going to lead to. Him winning the ECW Championship on July 4th. Spoiler alert. But we all know where that's going to lead to. I mean, no offense to Big Show. Love the Big Show. He's my generation's Andre the Giant, but he did not fit in ECW. I'm sorry. All due respect to Paul White. But regardless. Anyways, then we get the first Extreme match on the night, but I don't know why, but regardless. Extreme Rules match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Rey Mysterio defended against Sabu. Yeah, Rey was World Heavyweight Champion. This was during the only reason why he won the World Heavyweight Championship is because Eddie Guerrero died a year prior to this. It's gonna be really sad. 1 year from now, it will be 20 years. 1 year from now, I'm saying. 20 years, we lose Eddie Guerrero. R.I.P. to Latino Heat. But anyways, Sabu and Rey Mysterio unfortunately ends in a no contest. This is ECW and you're ending with a no fucking contest. Spirit of ECW was not being shown on this show, unfortunately. And let's be honest here, you could have just let Rey beat Sabu here. I mean, he beat JBL, which, by the way, this was right before this match. JBL said, cuts a promo on the ECW crowd. He talks about what happened to the Blue Meanie a year prior, which they're on good terms now, but yeah. And yeah, he will leave to go to the SmackDown, being the commentator to replace Taz on there. And yeah, yeah, JBL is so fucking hilarious on commentary, but regardless, the finish was Sabu ducks Rey doing a C senton, and Rey hits his own family jewels in the chair. Also, referee Nick Patrick, who was a SmackDown referee, was a part of this event also. He was a WCW referee. Seeing him in an ECW ring is also weird. But yeah, and then Sabu does his run up the chair to the ropes, does his DDT spot, which it looks cool, but a lot of people saying Sabu botches a lot, but here's my opinion. Fuck you, okay? Sabu is awesome. Who cares he botches? And that's how the match ended in no contest, which that's fucking bullshit, okay? It was a great, fun match with a stupid finish, I'm sorry. To a 5 out of 10. I want to give it a 7, but that fucking finish ruined it, okay? I was enjoying this. I was like, this is going to be a fun match, but I realized, oh wait, the finish was shit. Rey, unfortunately, would drop the World Heavyweight Championship to King Booker at the Great American Bash. Probably next year I'll talk about it. That was a good show, though, but poor Rey, his world title run was a letdown. And no offense, I love Rey Mysterio, but whatever. We get the next match, the hardcore match for basically nothing, really. Edge, Mick Foley, yes. Mick Foley was a heel at this point, and the SummerSlam review I did back in the end of July for my SummerSlam reviews. Mick Foley was a heel in 2006, which who the fuck wants to boo Mick Foley? And Lita defeats Terry Funk, Tommy Dreamer, and Beulah McGillicuddy in a pretty fun hardcore match. This is mostly Edge and Mick Foley versus Terry Funk and Tommy Dreamer. My bad. Yeah. But Edge was the number one contender for the WWE Championship going to Vengeance. So he'll face the winner of Rob Van Dam and John Cena, which you kind of knew who was going to win this match, okay? Terry Funk had no business being in this match, but I understand why, because but Mick Foley was going into a program of Ric Flair also, so you kind of understand who's going to win this. But yeah, it was really crazy. They used barbed wire, which I cringed when people go into barbed wire back then. Or, which is worse, you cringe when somebody goes either barbed wire or thumbtacks. After this, comment down below about it. But yeah, Edge spears Beulah and does the most like radar pin ever. And yeah, this was one of the best matches on the night. The main event I think was the best one, but yeah, 8 out of 10 I'll give this match. And then you cool down. This has the cool down spot. Balls Mahoney defeats Masada Tanaka in another Extreme Rules. I'm not gonna say Extreme Rules match all through this, but yeah, it's just a cool down match. Not as memorable as their Hardcore Heaven 2000 match or others like that, but 5 out of 10 I'll give this. 5 out of 10 I'll give this match. Now, before I talk about the main event, Eugene comes out, who has a YouTube channel. Nick Dismore, talks about his most controversial character. And let's be honest here, it was controversial. He was talking. Then out comes the Sandman, caning Eugene, which this was during his whole, like, he was delusional or something like that, which you can't do that in 2024. Let's just be honest here. So yeah, random. And that's how Sandman's skit was with the first few ECW episodes. Being up that zombie, that ECW zombie. Macho Libre, shit like that. I said, like that's how you treat a former ECW champion being up local talents who are dressed up like retarded. Fuck it, whatever. Ridiculous gimmicks, retarded gimmicks, whatever. Let's get on to the main event. Extreme Rules match for the WWE Championship. This was also Rob Van Dam's Money in the Bank cash-in match. Rob Van Dam won the briefcase at WrestleMania 22. And, this was his cash-in match. This was the first and only time the WWE Championship was defended in an ECW pay-per-view. Quotation marks, because I know they own the rights to ECW, but yeah. Rob Van Dam defeats John Cena to win the WWE Championship. They don't have to do anything. The crowd was all over John Cena, including the fucking "You Can't Wrestle" chant. I fucking hate that chant. I understand. I know people say they hate the "what" chant, but the "what" chant is fucking funny compared to the "You Can't Wrestle" chant. That chant is so fucking disrespectful. Unless it's a celebrity who can't wrestle. But there's that. But yeah. They were throwing toilet paper at John Cena, A fun little fact about it, just like with the Rey Mysterio showcase with the A match where there's an alternate ending if you lose. The alternate ending in the 2K23 match, before I get to the rest of the match, if Van Dam loses to John Cena, he does the "You Can't See Me" to Rob Van Dam down, this generic referee, which thank God we're back to real referees in this year's game. I hope they continue the trend in next year's game, but there's that. And they tell me they're going to riot, you have to get out of here, and then some security escort is seen out of the building, which is not as like A took him Ray's mask off in the 2K22 showcase match, but regardless. John Cena calls on referee John Finnegan, I believe. Yeah, I forgot these were ECW referees. Cena hits Van Dam with steel stairs. And then out comes SmackDown referee Nick Patrick. John Cena FUs Rob Van Dam out of the ring. Then Edgewood came out with a freaking ridiculous helmet. Spears John Cena through the table. And hits Nick Patrick, does the Patrick flop. Shout out to Brian saying for Wrestling with Regret about Nick Patrick. Nick Patrick's one of my favorite referees. But Charles Robinson's number one. Number two, he killed him. Or have to be the fourth, but Edge took off the helmet. Van Dam saying, And then does the 5-star frog splash. He was trying to wake up Nick Patrick, and out comes Paul Heyman for some reason. He's a referee. 1, 2, 3, and Robin then wins the WWE Championship. You can't give this but a 9.5 out of 10. Yeah, I know. It's not a perfect rating, but 5 points for the Van Dam victory. You know what? Fuck it. 10 out of 10. No, 9.5. 9.5, I'll keep the rating for it. RVD wins the WWE Championship. In the first episode of ECW on Sci-Fi, he was awarded with the newly reinstated ECW Championship, which, fun little fact about that. Had Van Dam didn't get hurt, I think he was going to be the one to dethrone Mike Awesome at their Living Dangerously pay-per-view in 2000, but then he got injured. But that's a little fun fact, though. Unfortunately, he got caught and for another dumpster fire video. But then he dropped the WWE Championship to Edge after Vengeance. He did beat Edge at Vengeance to retain the title, but then he got caught. And then he had to lose the WWE Championship to Edge on Raw. And then the next day, he'll lose to The Big Show to lose the ECW Championship. And then he served a suspension. More on that when I talk about December to Dismember. But I give this a 7.5 out of 10. Not as great as the 2005 One Night Stand. I'm sorry, but it was a good pay-per-view. Not as good as the 2005 One Night Stand. I mean, it's cool to get the Bare Legal as a bonus disc, but yeah. 7.5 out of 10 I'll give it. Next week, we're going to stay in 2006 land for TNA's biggest show of the year, Bound for Glory 2006. Sting's career versus Jeff Jarrett's world title, with Kurt Angle as the special enforcer, So there's that. And then the next two will be Halloween Havoc reviews. 91, 99. And God damn it. Yeah, you can see that logo. But regardless, that's the next two after Bound for Glory 2006 next week. So like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel right here, and click the notification bell. And tomorrow will be my SmackDown review, so subscribe, click the notification bell on that one, so you'll see other videos like Saturday will be the Legend of Wrestling 2 and the Wrestling Dumpster Fires video. And Sunday, the WrestleVision pay-per-view. 4 matches, yeah. But maybe we get one random impromptu match, but who knows? Stay tuned for that. And next week, it'll be Bound for Glory 2006. So, goodbye. Also, like this video again, comment below, subscribe to this channel right here, click the notification bell, as well as my main channel also. So, there, goodbye.